breaking out, I'm breaking in. I just can't help this state I'm in. I'm on my way, y'all. So put your shades on, this light's so bright, it's blinding. I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love. Breaking free, I'm breaking ground. I can't explain this thing I found. The clouds have moved on, I got my groove on. This pep in my steps infectious. I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love. I've been stuck in a rut, I've been shit out of luck. I've been wondering what is up with me. And then I realized it's up to me to decide. I can just be radiating love. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love.
Well, you are an irresistible magnet with the power to attract unto yourself everything, absolutely everything you desire. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to our Sunday celebration. Let me do a little adjustment here on the camera there. Welcome to our Sunday celebration this morning here at the New Thought Spiritual Center. I'm Reverend Jay Willick, and I am the senior minister here. And we are so happy that you have brought your consciousness to our community this morning. We have a great morning, jam-packed to help guide you through your next week, to inspire you to your greatest, to assist you in manifesting the best life that you could ever imagine, because you are the magnet, like I said. Now, for those of you who are new, and we get some new people every week, and we're so happy that you come and check us out, what are we about? Who is this guy, and who is this, who are these New Thought Spiritual Center folk? I have a nice little quick video on our statement of principles for you to watch. Watch this. There you have it. Every month we highlight one of our statement of principles, and this month we're highlighting our purpose statement, which is reveal the divinity in you. And that's it. That's our purpose in life right here and right now. The purpose of the New Thought Spiritual Center, the purpose of my entire ministry is to constantly remind you that the divine is within you. Whatever you want to use, whatever term you want to use for the divine, it is within you right now. It is empowering you right now to be that magnet, to bring forth into your life that which you desire. This month is Declare It month, and we are going to declare it. We're going to declare that divinity that is revealing itself within you, that power, that presence that is supporting you at all times. We're so happy you're here. I feel like a prayer coming on. Let's do a quick spiritual mind treatment. That's an affirmative prayer, the type of prayer that we do in this teaching that I am bringing you. And let's do a little bit of that, and then we're going to step into a guided meditation. So first, close your eyes just for a second, and then you'll be able to reopen them as we prepare for our guided meditation this morning. But I just feel the need to pray, so let's do it together. You ready? Here we go. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. You don't have to, but close your eyes if it's comfortable for you, and let's know this together: that the divine power, God, Spirit, the power and presence, the intelligence of the universe, that creative energy is there around us, outside of us, and inside of us, most importantly. We are an individualization of that power and presence. And in that, I speak my word. I speak my word for each and every one of us. Listening, not listening. Aware, not aware. Allowing us right here and now to awaken to that revelation of the power and presence that is within. Awakening to that beautiful, graceful, loving presence, that intelligence that informs every moment of every day, that which we need informing. What do you need to know? We sit in silence and we listen. What do you need to know? We look at nature and learn. What do we need to know? We find our mentors and sit at their feet and allow wonderment to take us over. In this presence, we are the power to bring forth into our lives our greatest good, whatever that equals, whatever that looks like. But it is now in my word, in this moment, that I concretize this idea of revealing that divinity by bringing forth into our lives, by manifesting and demonstrating all the wonderful good as we define it into our experience. We are doing this right here, right now. We are revealing the divinity in ourselves. And so in great gratitude, I release this word, this powerful word for each and every one of us. And together we say, and so it is. That's how we end our prayers. And so it is, knowing that it is what we said. The universe is doing its thing, whatever it needs to do, to bring that forth into our lives. Right now, let's step into let's create our sacred space. You know, anywhere you are, you can create a sacred space. So let us do that right here and right now. It doesn't matter if you're outside, it doesn't matter if you're inside, in your car, wherever, it matters not. We can create our own sacred space. Let's do that right now. It is at this time we enter into our sacred space, opening our heart and mind to awaken the highest and deepest parts of our divine selves. It is here and now we plant the seed of our greatest adventure, nurturing them with water of faith in the soil of spirit. We call in wisdom from ancient times to quantum science, as we now transcend time and space into the grace, love, and power of the universe. So once again, you can close your eyes if you choose to, or you leave them at a soft focus if you like, and watch the moving mandala on your screen. And like we do at any beginning of a moment, sacred or otherwise. Let us take a deep breath together into our nose and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Release it through your mouth. And let's do it again. Inhale. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. And release through your mouth. Begin to breathe as you feel best. Slow it down, take it deep. And allow that breath to inform you. Put your feet on the floor if they're not, or put them cross-legged. You may do that. We want to ground ourselves to the Mother Gaia, the Mother Earth, allowing her energy, her grace, her power to come forth into our body, for us to circulate that energy back from the base of our spine to the planet. Right now, I'd like you to mentally scan your body and take note of how your body feels at this very moment. Focus in on the areas that feel tense or uncomfortable. Because we're going to now concentrate on relaxing those areas. You get to decide, you get to choose. Feel your body right now becoming more relaxed. Tell it to become more relaxed. Slowly releasing tension, letting go of the week, letting go of Saturday night. As you relax the body, I want you to visualize a protective light. Bright white light. Imagine it shining around your body, almost as if you are glowing. This light, this divine light, can keep you safe right now. Safe from stress, tension, worries, any other conditions or problems that seem to bother you, seem to be in the way. Picture in your mind being surrounded by this light. It could be warm, it could be cool. Either way, it glows. Things calm. Feel the calm. Feel the security of that light surrounding you, that protective light enveloping you. This light is like a shield, reflecting anything that is not good. It is an armor, a protective armor, that allows you to completely feel at ease. From your head to your feet, from your toes to the top of your body. Feel the grace of the divine and the power of the sun here to protect you. Now turn your attention to your feet. Let the tension go out of your feet. Allow them to relax. You might feel tingles in your feet as the energy from the Mother Gaia rises up. Past your ankles, your lower legs. Feel how your lower legs relax even in the tingling. Because you are surrounded by light, soft, heavy, relaxed. So too your upper legs relax, surrounded by the light, warm or cool, completely at ease. This light supports you, gives your legs much needed rest, keeping you grounded. Now let's turn our attention to our hands. Feel the tension leave as your hands become relaxed, limp, heavy. Your wrists, your arms, all surrounded and protected, shielded by that protective light. And as the light moves inward, relaxation in the core of your body begins. In your stomach, flowing outward and around, surrounding you, feeling the light flowing from the center of your body to your back, to your chest, to your hips, illuminating, vibrating. Your whole body now enclosed in a shield of glowing light. Bask in it. Bask in this protective light. Any thoughts or aches or pains remaining in your mind or a darkness in your soul, that's okay. Take a look at it. Meet it. Read it. Thank it. And then allow it. Invite it. Envision this dark tension being drawn out of your body by the protective light. The worries and stress leaving you, leaving your mind, leaving your physicality banished from your body. Like a magnet, it is drawn away. Like I say at the beginning of every Sunday celebration, you are a magnet for good as well, good, peaceful thoughts, attracting harmony to you right now. This protective light allows you, reveals with you, declares alongside you as it draws away tension and brings forth relaxation, shielding you, protecting you, while helping you feel even more peace. Enjoy this feeling of being safe and protected by your shield of protective light. You are calm, peaceful, relaxed, safe. As the sound fades, let us slowly return. Let us remember that you can imagine this protective light, you can imagine the sound, the bells, all that you need, anytime you need. Anytime you need to increase your peace and grace, repel stress and tension, or just be revealing the divinity that is within you. And so now we take a deep breath together in, expanding our chest and out through our mouths. We turn our attention to our body, reawakening into the time and space we call now. Gently move your body a little. Allow that tingling from the Mother Gaia, the tingling from the power of the sun surrounding you, the divinity revealing in you, reveal, allow that tingle to be in your fingers. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and slowly bring yourself back. Slowly open your eyes, returning right here and now to this space and time in your sacred space. How did that feel? Did you feel the light, as they say? Not go to the light. But did you feel that light? I do. Even when I'm going through a guided meditation, I keep my eyes at a soft focus at the very least. If I'm reading something, I want to make sure that I keep my eyes at a soft focus, and I feel it along with you. So if you're even half as there as I am when I guide us through it. Wow. So like we do every week, we have a new affirmative incantation for the week. Very quickly, the affirmative incantation is like an affirmation, but I believe they're a little stronger in that they are to be used twice a day. And they're not just to be said. They're to be said by taking a moment. Not just la la dee da da da, and so is great, and everything's beautiful, and I'm beautiful in it, which is lovely. But I want you to take a minute, 2 minutes tops, to take a deep breath, center yourself just a little bit. You don't have to go into some big meditative state like we go into in the guided meditation. But every morning, right when you get up, or pretty much right when you get up, take those 2 minutes to read through your affirmative incantation for the week, one for the week. And then at night before you go to sleep, what's the last thing you want to think of? You want to think of what's going on in the world, negative or positive? No, you want to bring into your reboot, into the refreshment that sleep brings to your mind and body. You want to bring not just a positive word, but an empowering word. An empowering word. That's why I create these incantations, to create, to manifest, to demonstrate from our mind into our bodies, into our consciousness. These words, these affirmative words, you could say. So Steve is going to pop that up right there, and you could read along with me if you'd like, or you can just listen to me and later read it. You can always find it on Facebook for the Sunday celebration. Steve always puts that up in the description there. It is also in our e-blast on Fridays. And if you don't get our e-blast, we'll tell you later how you can get on that. So here we go. You ready? Today, I click on all my goals. Today, I click on all I've declared. I now push the go button to release my best self, to awaken and reveal health in my body, wealth in my pocket, creativity in my hands, and love in my heart in all that I am today. I clarify my intentions, declare my intentions, and take action both mentally and physically in all I do today. No matter the weather, the sun shines bright. No matter the rainfall, I am drenched with ease. No matter the wind speed, I am backed by the universe, guided by the spiritual laws of success, and enveloped with the never-ending love of divine power and presence. I have clicked all the buttons, fired up my furnace, engaged the engines, and with a deep cleansing and affirming breath, am ready to rock this day, proud, grateful, and fulfilled. And now, listen to this. It's a beautiful old standard that I'm sure you've recognized, but it is perfect for what we're talking about today. Here we go. Blue sky smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song. Yeah. Nothing but bluebirds all day long. I never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by when you're in love, my how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Yeah, here we go. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days are hurrying by, but when you're in love, my, how they fly. Blue skies, blue skies, blue skies, pretty and clear. All of them right here, right now. Blue skies, smiling on me. There's nothing but blue skies that I see. Those bluebirds are singing that beautiful song and flying in blue skies from now on. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Living in truth makes it all right. I'm noticing the days are prospering by with divine love. My, how they fly, those blue days. They're all gone, 'cause there's only now blue skies. There's nothing but blue skies, nothing but blue skies from now on. Blue skies. So I have a quote I want to start with this morning. It's from Raymond Charles Barker's book, The Power of Decision. And he says, success and failure are results of the use of mind. Every success-motivated mind has been given a decisive mind. Every failure-motivated mind has been an indecisive mind. Only the dreamer who acted with decision on his dream brought forth something new and valuable. So here's a big question. Are you success motivated or failure motivated? Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Are you success motivated or failure motivated in general? Now, I hear people talking about making a decision all the time. I read articles. I read some more articles this week that have anywhere between 5 and 20 ways on a list in the art of the decision. It is part of that whole phase of manifestation, the decision. The definition of the what is your decision, the what that you want to bring into your life that's not there right now. But is making a decision enough? Now, before I go on, I want to make sure that I say that the book, The Power of Decision, Raymond Charles Barker's book, is one of my favorite books. But is decision enough? I was reminded of one of my other favorite books. And in it, there's a quote by Carlos Castaneda. And he wrote, in the universe, there is an immeasurable, indescribable force which shamans call intent. And absolutely everything that exists in the entire cosmos is attached to intent by a connecting link. Meaning your mind, your thoughts, your consciousness. Decide and intend. I hear people say, live your intention. I hear teachers say that. Teachers of this philosophy say that. Be your intention, live your intention. It is the direction you take, the why of that which you want to manifest. But is intention enough? By the way, again, Dr. Wayne Dyer's The Power of Intention is another one of my favorite books. I'm not here to disparage either of those books or their authors or what is being said and what is being taught in those books. I love those two books. However, to decide or intend doesn't mean you're doing. It may get you to the part of the process of doing, the part of the process, the action, but it doesn't mean you'll stay. Just because you've made a decision, just because you have an intention. For example, you can always decide something and then sit on your butt and not execute the decision. But you made the decision, you just haven't done anything about it. Or you can change the decision. Maybe it feels like it's getting a little too hard. So then you don't have to take action, right? Now, some of you may say, oh, well, come on, that's just semantics. I mean, if you decide to do it, that means you do it. Yes? That is the power of decision. Really? Shall we go through all the decides you have made but didn't do? That would be a sobering journal exercise, wouldn't it? What happened? Well, you may say, well, life got in the way. This person did this, and I had to do that, or whatever excuse shows up to get you off the hook of your decision, to not execute your decision. And you claimed that powerful decision. You claimed it, but you didn't execute it. Also, again, you can intend all you want. And simultaneously, while intending, you can procrastinate or mess it up, either consciously or unconsciously. Especially, you can mess it up with too much meddling in the how. That's what a lot of people do. They start meddling in the how. Well, if I put this here and I do this there, blah, 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 and then it'll all come forward. Really? What's the universe doing for you? The universe takes care of the how of the manifestation. You don't have to move this person over here and move that person over there. They may not want to. What are you going to do then? Let the universe deal with all that. Or at least inform you what you can do on this level. As the proverb, and there's this proverb that I found. It started in the 1100s, but it was made famous in the 1600s, I think, by Samuel Johnson, who said, "The road to hell is paved with good intentions." So whether you decide or intend, it doesn't mean you are doing something. Or at least it doesn't mean you're doing something to forward this decision and intention. But when you make a decision with intention, subtle difference, you can and you will manifest. And you do that by declaring. When you declare something, when you make a pledge to something, a vow to something, truly, not just saying the words because it's in the ceremony, but when you declare something, that's where the power is. And in this declaration, from the decision, using your intention, stuff shows up in your life, great stuff, the stuff you decide you want to experience in your life. The road to declaration is threefold. So here we go. 1, research. So you can research. Now I'm going real basic here. This is kindergarten here a little bit. Who am I? That's part of the research. Who am I? Who are you? Next, what do you want? This is still in research. What do you want? What is that experience you want? Peace of mind, something better in your finances, your relationships, whatever. What do I want? And what, I know I've said this a million times, I'll say it a million times more because it is so powerful. What does that look like? That thing that you want. that idea that you want may not be a thing. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like in your hands? What's the environment around this want? That's so important to experience it in mind and imagination and consciousness before it shows up in the 3D world. That's one, research. That's your research. Boom. Who am I? What do I want? And what does that want look like, smell like, sound like, taste like? Number two, reason. So now we step into reason. So now we're evaluating, we're running the numbers. Where will I make my stand? We're deciding on that. What are my priorities? We're using the divine matrix that I talk about all the time, the brain in the head, of course, the brain in the heart, especially, and the brain that's in the gut, where a lot of intuition pops up. We are using this divine matrix to discover and then concretize. I love that word, concretize, and concretize, solidify the why. Why do I, revealing the divinity in me, want this or that or the other? Why? Why? Is making your life better a strong enough why? That's up to you. Because then we go to number three, result. So when the thoughts and the imagination and the feelings get wrapped up and create a belief that inspires and motivates you, not just motivates you, but inspires and motivates action in you to whatever, pray, meditate, any spiritual practice, make phone calls, fill out applications, go and get more learning, more education, getting mentored by somebody, finding allies for whatever this project is. Even if the project is more like a peace of mind, maybe you need allies for that. Maybe you don't. It's a three-step, sometimes very deep process. I am not going to take away, or I'm not going to ignore the idea that this might be a very intense, very deep process. But it is, or it can be. Now, the bridge from the reason phase to the result phase is what I want to talk about today, because that's where those moments come when the movement into action is available to sputter, stutter, stop even, where we may give up, whether we are in spiritual practice about it or physical activity about it. Because these excuse words start showing up against us. Now follow me here. Excuse words like typically, usually, normally, they start showing up in your self-talk against you. Words that give you an excuse to throw your reasons, your whys, your becauses out the window. Well, typically I don't, I know I want this, but typically that's not something in my life. And usually I don't receive such honors or such finances or such a person like that in my life. All those things start showing up. Oh yeah, those old stories, they're fighting. They're fighting to stay. These are words that give you an excuse to throw your reasons, your whys out the window, like I said. So now in the research to reason bridge, the what to the why, these words can be great. Okay, so there's a difference. When those words are used earlier in that bridge between research to reason, those words can be great. If the typically, normally, usually word is used as a motivator to move from the research to the reason, that can be exciting. That can be where you're pushing boundaries. That's where you move out of typically, get past the normally, lose the idea of usually. When you have researched what it is you want and reasoned the why you want it, sometimes using typically, usually, normally type words assist you to go where you've never gone before. helps you break through, bust through. It is now time to implant the answer to the why, the because answer in your brain. What is your intention in this decision? My intention is to do this. Why? Because there's the power. In the because is the power. Because later, when those LY type words show up, they show up against you. So when the excuses come, when the sputters come, the stutters come, or the stops come in your action time, and that action could be mentally, like I said, spiritual practice, or physically, taking some sort of physical action in the 3D world here. When those show up, that's when you start using those LY words against themselves, because they'll show up. Well, I don't usually do this kind of thing. You ever heard that in your head? After you've decided that you wanted to do something later on, while you get into the action phase, I don't really do this sort of thing. I typically work better when I'm not this, that, or the other, or I feel uncomfortable not being how I am normally. The old story. That's your old perception, trying to keep turning into projection. It's your old story popping up to try to stop you, to keep you away from the decision to step away from typically, usually, normally. You can decide all you want. You can have the greatest intention, but until you use both intention and decision together to inspire, motivate, and sometimes combat the old typicallys, usuallys, and normallys, until you have a solid because, then the typicallys, usuallys, and normallys can come back, the old ones at least, can come back to bite you. Use your because answer to push back, push your boundaries, turn the fear, because that's what's going on when you step into the action phase. That's what's going on when typically, normally, and usually come back to bite you from the old story, the old perceptions. You turn that fear into fuel. Last week was the 55th anniversary of the airing of the first episode of Star Trek. Gene Roddenberry, to give you a little history that you may not know, Gene Roddenberry wanted to create a wagon train to the stars. Now, Wagon Train was a big hit, popular show in the early 60s, and it was about people who trekked across the West from Missouri to California in pursuit of new opportunities and new frontiers. Sound familiar? Now they're making a big trek. Not only in mind, but in action. Sometimes our big treks are only in mind, and the action kind of shows up. But these people in Wagon Train, they were making big decisions, big intentions. The characters in the show were pushing boundaries of the typically, usually, and even normally. They were taking great risks to cross from Missouri to California. But by boldly going into that strange new world, the West, to seek out a better life, that became their because. That became their why. That is what kept them going forward. They could have always turned around and gone back to whatever was going on, even though obviously that wasn't a great life. But the idea of a life that wasn't what was usual or normal or typical for them is what they wanted. Roddenberry once said, "Our prime obligation to ourselves is to make the unknown known. We are on a journey to keep an appointment with whatever we are." So like the people of Wagon Train, like the people in Star Trek, what appointment have you made to the unknown? Better work, stronger relationships, healthier body, peaceful mind, anyway, anything around that or in between that? You are a powerful decision maker. I tell you that every week in one way or another. Yes, even the poor decisions that we have made and executed, they're powerful. They come from the same place that those great decisions come from. They even had intention. Usually the intention is either, to get deep down, usually the intention is kind of dark and to keep away, or to keep away from the dark, to keep away from facing, forgiving, moving forward, moving through all the shadow work, et cetera, et cetera. That's usually the intention. What we have to remember when those happen is to first forgive ourselves and to learn from them. Like the character from Star Trek The Next Generation, Jean-Luc Picard, said, even in the darkest circumstances, there is light. Very biblical of him. Even in the darkest circumstances, there is a light because you can learn from them. They're done. It's happened. You go say you're sorry if you must, all that good stuff. But eventually you have to come back to yourself and learn from that. Now, there is one LY, as I've been saying, word. There is one LY word I want you to have once you get to your decision, and that is faithfully. You can not use any of those other LY words I've talked about before, even to enhance you, even to move you forward. But once you get to the decision, once you get to your what that you have decided to have in your life, faithfully is the word you want to get into your mind, into your body, into your life. The intention to live faithfully in your declaration. Not the decision, but what you have declared, what you are going to reveal in your life. Wayne Dwyer, that was a friend of mine. Wayne Dyer wrote, Dr. Dyer wrote, when you shift to an abundance mindset, you repeat to yourself over and over again that you're unlimited because you emanated from the inexhaustible supply of intention. As this picture solidifies, you begin to act in this attitude of unending intent. There is no other possibility. We become what we think about. And as Emerson reminded us, the ancestor to every actor is a thought. Declare in thought that you have made the decision to intentionally be faithful to the reasons you want. You want better work, stronger relationships, et cetera, et cetera. You might say to yourself this to help yourself. Typically, I was fill in the blank. But my new normal, my new usual is now fill in the blank. If you sputter, stutter, or begin to stop, and so many of us do at one point or another in the work for a new manifestation, in our journey to a new frontier, our adventure into sometimes the unknown, our sojourn past the boundaries of space and time. Sometimes we are bending reality or seeming to bend reality. Go back to that sentence. Go back to that which is your ancestor to this new story, to this new action. Typically, I was this way, but my new normal, my new usual is now this way. That is your intention. That is your decision that you've made, working together to manifest the experience you are declaring. Remember, this is Declare It month. Decide and intend. Make the decision supported by your intention and resulted by your action, of course, and that of the universe, which is always there backing you up. It's always there backing you up, good, bad, or indifferent. Do that. Decide and intend by declaring faithfully what it is you want in your life. And you will boldly go where you have never gone before. Thank you so much. Namaste. Let us place our hands on our hearts and together declare our love offering blessing. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of my spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you for your blessed love offerings. Aren't these beautiful flowers? Beautiful flowers PJ put together for us this morning. Beautiful sunflowers. Hey, we're on social media. Watch this. You'll find out where. Please get on in there and subscribe and all that good stuff on our various social media. I'll be doing a TikTok right after our service this morning, as I do every week. And in the TikTok is the affirmative incantation for the week. So you can go over to the New Thought Guy on TikTok, and there'll be not only this week's affirmative incantation, but for the last few months, I've been doing the TikTok announcements. Well, first you'll see production credits rolling under, and we of course thank all those organizations, etc., all those places and people that helped us put together our Sunday celebration this week and all weeks, especially to the great Steve Apperson, who you will hear from in a couple of weeks with probably a brand new song. Him and Caressa are working hard on their show, their wonderful show, which will occur very, very soon for all of you to be able to see. But I won't do any spoilers. But we always, of course, thank Steve Apperson for directing our show every week. As of now, we are still planning on opening for in-person on October 6th, I believe is that first Sunday. If there's any changes, we will inform you here, of course, and by e-blast. But for now, we are sticking with our October 6th opening, and we're excited to see everybody in person and new folk, because we're in a new place in a new neighborhood, and so we'll get some new folk from the neighborhood. We will be following all the COVID great stuff and a little social distancing and wearing masks and cleaning everywhere. And our friend who who runs that space is very cognizant of that. So we'll keep you informed. Like I said, if you'd like to get on the eBlast newsletter thing that comes out twice a week, then please let us know. You can go to the website and sign up there, or you can write me at ntsc@newthoughtsc.org, or revj@newthoughtsc.org, and I'll put you on our email list. It is growing, and we appreciate everyone who comes and checks us out. All right, so we're going to close our Sunday celebration a little bit differently this week. Our closing song and our spiritual mind treatment are going to be meshed together in a fun way, in honor of, I'm a big Star Trek fan. I'm sure some of you have heard that. I've spoken about that before. And so in honor of the 55th anniversary of the airing of the first episode that started it all, as far as on television, there was a pilot that was later shown at a different time as a different episode. But I want to take this moment to help you dig into what's really going on, not in space, but in you. So until next time, until next week, have a most beautiful week. Namaste. Mind, the final frontier. This is the voyage of the God ship you, the I am that I am. Your lifelong mission: to explore the magnificence of your world, to seek out and embody new affirming belief and new conscious intention, to boldly go, divinely bound, where you have never gone before. In this moment, take a deep breath, knowing with the universe at my back that I declare for each and every one of us that I am an elixir of intelligence on a stopless march, powered by the universal creative power to create my greatest life right here and now. I am the power of joyous song, vibrating an unhinderable voice of peace and grace. I am the bold, brave power radiating sustained prosperity in all parts of my life. I think this, I speak this, I live this, knowing that I am of the divine love, revealing itself as me. This is my purpose, which I declare right here and now, in appreciation and gratitude, moment forward. And so it is.